Hello there, this is James S. Crofty, just 1978, with the remake of a video that I made several years ago now, after a friend of mine who sadly left the internet altogether several months after I made the original version of this video, recommended the movie Rocket Science, written and directed by Jeffrey Blitz, and like Once, another movie which he recommended to me and that I discussed in the video Links down as the underbar, the main thing that stood out for me about this wonderful little film is that it defies all of the usual cliches. A shy, stammering teenage boy who can't even ask for a slice of pizza because he's so afraid of asserting himself is recruited onto the high school's debating team in spite of the fact that he can barely even say hello while he's standing in front of an audience. He falls in love with the girl who recruited him, but she ditches him soon afterwards, and he learns that he only recruited him to begin with as part of a manipulative ploy. So can he prove himself by winning the state debating championship and thus win her back as well, or at the very least take his revenge? Can he finally overcome his crippling shyness and insecurity and march forward towards a brave new future, just like the underdog is always supposed to do in Hollywood movies before the credits roll, giving the audience the feel-good happy ending which they demand, instead of portraying reality in which, sorry people, but the good guy doesn't always win, love doesn't always conquer all, and the underdog doesn't turn his life around during the runtime of the movie? No, because just like Once, as I said before, this film defies such cliches, meaning that there are no single defining and life-altering moments. However, in the end, he does finally manage to order a slice of pizza. Regarding the message of the film, though, I do honestly believe that both the high school debate team and the protagonist's inability to express himself were excellent metaphors, because the entire concept of debating contests would be a joke if it wasn't the prime example of everything that's wrong with how people debate, argue, and even think, particularly here on the internet. There is a single topic, a single question, a false dichotomy with no depth or substance, either yes or no, black or white, with us or against us. And in one round of the contest, you are arguing in favour, while in another you are arguing against. To quote the girl with whom the main character falls in love when he asks her what she believes, "Good debaters never really believe in anything. It gets in the way of arguing for both sides." Because it's not about finding the truth, is it? And it's certainly not about finding a solution. Indeed, it's not even about facts or evidence, or which side is objectively correct. Instead, the team with the best arguments, or at the very least, the team which presents their arguments more articulately, wins. And what do they win? A metal trophy which they can keep for a year until the whole pointless and futile cycle begins all over again, making it a perfect analogy of the reason why I no longer waste my time arguing here on the internet. The fact that even though, unlike the girl in the movie, most people who are arguing online genuinely believe in and fight for their position, it's not about helping anyone or accomplishing anything in the real world, no matter what we may tell ourselves in order to soothe our conscience. Instead, although we always start out with the noblest of intentions, before long it's solely about winning the argument, proving that we are right and they are wrong, which, even if we do, is only ever a temporary victory, because the same debates always continue ad nauseum as a result of the fact that we focus on arguments and proving ourselves right instead of on real life and on the real world. But returning to the message of the film, however, the protagonist believes that by becoming a great debater, by learning how to argue, regardless of what he's arguing for or against, he can overcome his personal problems and finally learn how to express what he genuinely thinks, feels, and believes. However, he is wrong, because as he learns through bitter experience, you cannot learn how to express yourself by learning how to argue for nothing. And to quote one of the final lines of the movie, "Until he stopped wishing that he sounded like everyone else and just started talking as he was."